Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the video. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to lower your score. And I'm not talking about fixing your golf swing. I'm not talking about taking golf lessons. I'm not talking about becoming a better ball striker. I'm talking about playing smarter golf. Now, I've talked about several of these topics before in other videos, but I just want to put it all together, and we're going to talk about being smarter off the tee. We're going to be talking about being smarter around the green. We're going to be talking about being smarter with your approach shots and what you should be thinking. Because here's the deal. Let's say you're an 18 handicap, 20 handicap. That's right kind of in the average of where golfers are. And you'd love to lower your handicap down to a 10, an 11, a 12. We're not really talking about that much. When you look at it on the whole, okay, going from a 20 to a 10, that's 10 whole strokes. Oh my gosh, that's 10 strokes. You're going from an 18 to a 10, that's 8 strokes. Oh no, that's a lot, that's a big deal. And when you think about it that way, it is a big deal. But here's how I want you to think about it. I want you to just think about it as, hey, how can I save half a stroke a hole? If I can save half a stroke a hole, that's not that encompassing. That's not that big a deal. Stand right here and you go, how can I save half a stroke? It doesn't seem like that daunting a task. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. We're going to go around and get in live situations on the golf course and tell you what I would be thinking if I was an average golfer and how I would play the hole. So we're going to start off on the tee box. Here we are on the 9th hole at Azalea City Golf Course, the number 3 handicap hole on the course, a very difficult par 4. It's 450 plus yards. I'm actually on the blue tees today. It goes down, it's a dog leg to the right, bunker right there at the inside corner of the dog leg. Now, here's where the average golfer makes big mistakes. They get to the hard hole and they think they have to try harder. They think they have to hit it farther. They think they have to take more risks because I need to make a par. Well, what happens when you take those risks? You try harder, you hit bad shots. And instead of playing the hole in a little more of a conservative way, they play it aggressively and they make big numbers. You want to lower your handicap, you got to avoid the big numbers. So I'm going to give you a thought here. Instead of playing this hole as a par 4, which the average golfer isn't going to make a par on it very often anyway. The average golfer, the 18 handicap, a 5 is a great score on this hole. Play it as a par 5. I'm not going to hit driver. Hitting driver can involve that bunker. Trying to hit driver and hitting it too hard might get the ball into the trees. You get the ball into the trees, that's a wasted shot. You get the ball into that bunker, that's a wasted shot. You stand up here, you try harder, and you hit a top. That's a wasted shot, a whole stroke you've wasted. I'm just going to take a hybrid, and all I'm trying to do is just put it down the fairway, okay? This is going to be a 3-shot hole. So, nice little smooth swing with a hybrid in the fairway. Right down there where I wanted to be. Balance was a little off. First swing of the day. Isn't it amazing? All of my videos, it's always my first swing of the day. First swing of the day. But let's go talk about the next shot here. Well, here's where my ball ended up. Right where I wanted it. Right in the middle of the fairway. Okay? I am wide open here. You could look down this fairway. The only trouble are those trees to either side, but I've got the whole fairway. I'm not in the rough. I've got no troubles. Now, how would I proceed from here if I was the average golfer? I'm 235 yards from the green. Not even thinking about the green. I'm going to take something that I can hit down there and leave myself 40 yards, 50 yards into the green. Okay? If I happen to hit one good, I get a little bit closer to the green, that would be great. My thought process is I'm probably going to hit that hybrid again that I just hit. I hit it great off the tee. Might as well hit it again. So I want you to pay attention to this scenario right here. I've taken the most difficult hole, one of the most difficult holes on the golf course. In my head, I've changed par to a par 5, playing it very conservatively. Okay, now I'm not going to hit this shot. We're just out here making points, but hit the ball down there in front of the green, take my wedge, pitch it on the green, 2-putt, make a 5, get out of town, go to the next hole. Okay, let me go show you another tee shot situation and show you my thinking there. All right, well, I know I said I was going to show you another tee shot, but this is a par 3, the 8th hole here at Azalea. From the back tees, it's about 185 yards. And I came up here close to the green so you could see my thought process that I would be having back there on the tee. If you look at this pin is very much up front in front of the green. That red flag means it's up front. The first front half of this green slopes severely from back to front. If you get your ball above that hole, it's almost a guaranteed 3-putt. Okay? You're going to have to get a little bit fortunate and make a long second putt. Something's going to have to happen. You get behind that hole and you start putting down that hill, 9 times out of 10, it's rolling all the way down to the front edge of the green. So my thought process back there on the tee is I cannot hit a golf club that will get me past that flag. Now, if I'm the average golfer, I want you to look at what's going on here. Hopefully you can see there's a bunker right there. Right up this mound right here, there's another bunker. That pin is not that much farther over those bunkers. So as an average golfer, I don't want to be in those bunkers either. So I might just take a club back there that I can fly at 155 yards, 160 yards, let it bounce back here where the camera's sitting, and let it kind of just bounce up here in front of the green. I've taken the bunkers out of play. I'm not behind the hole where I'm going to make a bogey anyway because I'm going to 3-putt if I'm the average golfer. And I've put myself here in front of the green where I am now playing up the hill. I've got a very simple pitch. The worst I'm going to make is a 5. The worst I'm going to make is a bogey, which is a 4. Excuse me, my numbers are all off. But I'm giving myself a really, really good chance of making a par. So when you're on the tee box, think about where you need your tee shot to end up. Put yourself in safe places. Driving yourself off the tee into trouble adds strokes to your round. Remember, we're trying to save a half a stroke a hole. You might think of this as a full stroke, but the reality is playing right here, you've saved a half a stroke per round. Now, while I'm right here on number 8, I want to talk to you about your short game and your short game options. And this is where you as the golfer have to be very honest with yourself and know your game, know your strengths, and know your weaknesses. I see most every golfer, they would get themselves in a situation like this, and the first thing is, well, I've got to hit a sand wedge. I've got to take a wedge. I've got to get those thoughts out of your mind. Do something that you're good at. So I've brought 3 clubs up here. I've got 3 golf balls. I'm going to show you 3 options, okay? So first option, I'm going to use the sand wedge. Now, if you're good with the sand wedge and you're really good at pitching the golf ball and you're confident enough that you can fly one up there onto the green and have it stop and keep it short of the hole, then go for it. Hit the sand wedge. And remember what I said, we got to keep it short of the hole. If I hit this shot and it goes past the flag, I've got a good chance of 3-putting. Okay, nice little shot, just short of the hole, par putt straight up the hill. Okay, so you're not very good with the sand wedge. You're not super confident with the sand wedge. We don't have to hit a sand wedge right here. I've got a 9-iron in my hand right now. This might be the safest shot from right here for all golfers. I'm just going to take this 9-iron and I'm going to hit me pretty much just a little standard pitch. I'm going to land it short of the green, and I'm just going to let it bounce up there and roll up there to the hole. I think I just hit that one in gimme range, folks. I think everybody in your group's going to give you that putt. Okay, so now let's go to scenario number 3. You're not very good with your sand wedge. You're not a good chipper of the golf ball. Hey, I don't have to hit a chip shot right here. I've got that my trusty little hybrid. Okay, I can just hit a putt with a hybrid from here. I'm going to choke down on the club. I actually grip it with my putter grip, and I'm just going to roll this ball up there onto the green. Now, let me take the camera up there and I'll show you the results. Okay, here are the results of my 3 shots. None of them got past the flag. The worst I'm going to make with any one of these golf balls is a bogey. But I've given myself 2 fantastic opportunities at a par. Okay, let's start off with the first opportunity. Like I said, none of your buddies are even going to make you hit this putt. This was the 9-iron. I'm this far away, par. So I've just played a hole with a difficult pin placement. I've laid up on a par 3. I've taken a 9-iron, I've pitched it up there to 1.5 feet, 2 feet max, made a par. Okay? How many strokes did I just save if I'm the average golfer? Probably a whole stroke. Now, here was the sand wedge, straight underneath the hole, okay, about 10 feet. You're not 3-putting that one. So worst case scenario here, you're making a bogey. Best case scenario, you make the putt, you make a par, you go to the next hole. Saving strokes. My handicap is dropping. Last one here was the hybrid. Again, I'm 15 feet short of that hole. Not going to 3-putt, straight up the hill. Bogey at the worst. This is how you got to play golf, folks, to lower your score, lower your handicap without changing your golf swing. Okay, so let's talk about a situation with approach shots. And really, the way that you average golfers should be thinking about your approach shots pretty much on every single hole anyway. But I'm in a situation here, 16th hole, got about 140 yards into the green. We've got a yellow flag, and I'm going to take you up there after I hit this shot and show you more close up as to really what we're dealing with. But that yellow flag means the pin's in the back. Now, over this green, it slopes off. If I hit this long, I'm over the green. It's a bogey for sure, okay? Could be worse, because now I'm pitching up over a hill to a green that's sloping away from me. So I need to be conservative here. And I need to pick conservative targets. And what's the most conservative target when I'm aiming at a green? The middle. The middle of the green is the conservative target. Now, I'm going to choose that conservative target, but I'm going to make a nice aggressive swing, go through my routine and everything at that conservative target. What happens when we pick very difficult targets? We pick real small targets. We're picking these targets that have a lot of risk to them. We're not very confident when we're standing up here with our golf shot, because in the back of our mind, we're knowing that, boy, I better be precise here. I got to be really, really good, because if I have a mishit, it's going to be a disaster. So I'm eliminating all of those doubts. I'm just aiming at the middle of the green and going to go about my business. So I've got an 8-iron in my hand, plenty of golf club, don't have to make a big, huge swing. Aim right at the middle of the green. Okay, I pulled it a little bit, but because I'm aimed at the middle of the green, I'm on the green and I'm putting. And hey folks, when you're out playing golf, take care of your golf course, fill your divots, okay, fix ball marks, act like you know what you're doing. Let's go to the green. Well, I just had to take a little forced break right there in my videoing. My phone overheated. We're in a terrible hot stretch here in Mobile. It's going up to 103 normal degrees today. No heat index. Heat index is going to be up over the 110s. So I had to take a little break. Wanted to come back behind the green here and show you why I was so concerned out there in the fairway of missing this green long. You can see where that pin is. You can see my height here. I'm 5'10", and so it's a good 5-foot drop. If you got over here to this side and got a little bit left, it's more than a 6-foot drop. So I would be going up that hill to a green that's then sloping that way away from me pretty hard. So it would have been a very, very difficult up and down back here. Pretty much no chance if you're the average golfer. This is going to take a whole lot of short game skills right here. You know, my percentage up and down would be probably less than 50% from back here. So just avoided it altogether. Now let me go up on the green and show you where my ball finished. Well, here's where my ball finished up. I missed the middle of the green by this far. What is that? 1, 2, 3, about 12 feet. And I've left myself a 25-footer that's a pretty benign putt. Nothing really fancy right here. It's going to break a little to the right, slightly uphill, but very manageable. So here I am again. Made a very smart decision in the fairway. I'm saving strokes. Now, I've just given y'all about 4 scenarios here where we're saving strokes. I just realized I've got my sunglasses on. That's how hot and sunny it is out here today. It's so much nicer with the glasses on. But I've given y'all about 4 scenarios out here, maybe 5, where if you just think you're going to save that half a stroke per hole. And if you're in a situation on the golf course and, hey, the pin's in the middle of the green, you've got a fairway that's wide open, there's not much rough, you know, hey, go ahead and be aggressive. I'm not telling you to be conservative all the time, but I'm telling you to be smart. And when you need to, be conservative. Understand your game, understand your limitations, understand your skill set, and play golf that's smart for you. I promise you, you start playing golf like this, your handicap is going to plummet and you're going to have a whole lot more fun playing golf. Trust me, it's so much nicer to tell somebody you're a 10 handicap than to tell them you're an 18 or a 20. I want to thank y'all for watching the video. I do appreciate you checking in with my videos all the time. It makes me feel good, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I really, really hope that this is going to lower your score, because that's why I'm here. I'm here out here to give y'all helpful advice, real advice, that is to help you play better golf. Thanks so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.